Deshaun Watson can be traded this year at any point before Tuesday, November 2 at 4 p.m. Eastern. It has been quiet, but usually that's how it goes. It's quiet until it isn't. John McClain of the Houston Chronicle reported earlier today that a trade of Deshaun Watson to the Miami Dolphins could happen this week. Now, that will prompt many to say, well, a lot of things could happen this week. But this isn't just McClain throwing a dart. I think this is McClain getting information from the Texans, most likely from general manager Nick Caserio, regarding what may very well go down. At the end of the day, though, they have to have the Venn diagram, the two circles. I don't know if they still taught that when you were in school. The two circles of the Venn diagram have to kiss. And back in late August, early September, there was a very strong belief in league circles it was going to happen. But the Dolphins balked at the Texans' bottom line. The Texans refused to reduce it, and it didn't happen. But Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, badly wants Deshaun Watson, and the team is bad enough at this point. And I said this yesterday on PFT Live, I think, with Brian Flores and Chris Greer, the coach and GM of the Dolphins. This may be the thing that saves them. They may need this to save themselves because Watson could come in and help turn that team around and cause Stephen Ross to say, let's give these two another year to try to get the team to where I want it to be.
So wait a minute. Does that mean you think that if Watson does get traded, you think he's going to be able to play this year? You don't think that the commission would step in and say, we're going to put you on the exempt list?
We don't know. And we reported back in September that the NFL specifically has not decided what it would do about Deshaun Watson because it doesn't need to make a decision because the Texans are already putting him on paid leave. So the NFL would have to move forward. And here's the reality. Personal conduct policy, paid leave, all these things are a PR tool for the NFL. So the NFL ultimately will do whatever it thinks it needs to do to advance its PR interests. And this Washington football team stuff and all the criticism the league is taking for that, you could say they don't want any more heat in the hot kitchen. They're not going to let Deshaun Watson on the field. The other side of it would be, we'd much rather be criticized for letting Deshaun Watson play. Maybe they'll leave us alone on the WFT investigation. I don't know which way it goes. But it's all a high-level PR game for the NFL. It's not about legalities. It's not about right and wrong. It's about PR. And how much grief will we take? How aggressive will it be? How deserved will it be from the media and from the fans if we let this guy play with 22 civil lawsuits pending alleging sexual assault and sexual misconduct during massage therapy sessions and 10 criminal complaints that have yet to be resolved? So, look, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm assuming that there's a pretty damn good chance that the commissioner is going to say he can't play. But even then, the promise of Watson for 2022, that could be enough to save Flores and Greer.
No, the promise of Watson for 2022, 2023, 2020, whatever, and beyond, right? That's the reason why you make the trade in the first place, because you feel like he's going to be the franchise quarterback that you need. And frankly, what an indictment this is on Tua Tagovailoa. Because, I mean, he came back just now from the fractured ribs. He played well, with what they were asking him to do, I thought, in London over there. Obviously, they didn't win that game. And frankly, the Miami Dolphins really need a win. So I think that it's kind of a weird thing to say in some ways, given the nature of what's going on with Deshaun Watson. But in a way, if you're the owner, this is a win for you if you are able to land a quarterback of Deshaun Watson's caliber, because then you can say, yes, we have a franchise quarterback who may or may not play in 2021, but we anticipate having on the field for maybe a decade and a half to come. And with, Tua Tagovailoa, you already basically have figured out that he's kind of a limited quarterback, because when I'm watching that game on Sunday in the very early morning out here in Los Angeles, it's very clear to me that that's a limited quarterback who you're asking to do limited things, right? And despite the fact that he's getting 300 plus yards, there's only certain things that you're going to be able to do with Tua that when you have Deshaun Watson back there behind center, you don't have those concerns anymore. So I guess from that standpoint, I understand where the Dolphins are coming from on this.
No one forced you to move away from Cleveland. You could have stayed in the East Coast and seen the game at a normal time and not whined about having to get up early on Sunday. You could have. Although then you wouldn't have your free time on Sunday night to sip some Makers and enjoy the evening once the game is done. That's the only good thing about that. I lived out in California one football season, 1986, 5 years before you were born. Very depressing. But I hated the game starting at 10, but I loved the games being done Monday night. That was even before Sunday Night Football. It was only Monday Night Football. I loved Monday Night Football being done by 9 o'clock or 9:30.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.